Greens community, it's that day, Margarita Monday. And we appreciate you being here. I would like to first introduce Christy. She's hanging out with us. Hi, Christy.
What's up?
And David. How's it going,
Hi.
man?
Good to be
Appreciate
here.
you
Thanks
hanging
for having
out.
me.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you hanging out in this virtual bar. And when we were backstage, we were talking about Kingsman. So hopefully the chat will appreciate this conversation.
Yeah.
I am a big Kingsman fan. So, when I first saw the movie, I had no idea that they were books.
Yeah. No, it's super fun. I mean, my girlfriend was actually asking me the same thing. And yeah, I feel like the books feel like maybe it's because Dave Gibbons' art looks so different than a photorealistic style that the books feel like a very different experience than the film to me. And I don't know. I don't know which one I like most. They both feel like a very different vibe. But it was super fun. Just kind of going down memory lane, watching kind of a slick, over the top, fast paced action thriller.
Chrissy, have you seen Kingsman? Have you seen either one of those films?
I've seen some of them. Like I'm kind of also I was napping all day. If you want to know, lazy fuck day. So
I get it.
But yeah, no, I mean I like it because it's sort of like another take, kind of like I don't want to say James Bond, but it's like sort of a much more over the top rendition of it. I think like there is actually a Kingsman division in England, that does protect the Queen. There's also Her Majesty's Secret Service, I think there's MI5 is local and MI6 is more international dealings, basically. But I don't know if they're part of that. I don't know enough about Kingsman. But there is I guess there is sort of like an actual group that guards the Queen called the Kingsmen. But I don't think they are like how they are in the movie. I think it's more MI5, MI6 that does it. They're more, I think, ceremonial in real life. Again, I'm not. All I know is that it's a real thing, but I just don't know if it's.
See, you're way more informed than I am. I was just like, oh, this feels like what we're doing is James Bond. You're like, Kingsmen are a real thing.
Yeah, I think they are. It's just, but it's more ceremonial. It's not. It's kind of like Beefeaters, in the Tower of London. They do perform a role. They wear the outfit and everything, but their role has kind of not. I'm not saying it's no less important. I just think it's more ceremonial in a way. I think for Kingsman. Hey, Kat.
That's interesting. I had no idea. Hey, Kat. I thought it was just but it makes sense that they would use something like that and then play off of it. And then, like what you were touching on, it was purposely made to be era-esque in the sense of in that early James Bond era, that late 50s, early 60s type feel, even though it does put you in that almost 80s, the 90s type era as far as way they shot it, you know what I mean? Yeah. But they still revert back to the 50s diners and all that other shit and various, so it's like it jumps around, but it's so fun. That movie, it's a little campy.
Yeah.
But it's just enough seriousness and decent acting and decent, storytelling that it keeps you there and it keeps you interested and to go, okay, I'm still on board.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Taron Egerton is like really charismatic in that movie. I mean, that was like his breakout role, and Colin Firth is great. And to be honest, I love what Samuel L. Jackson was doing in that movie. Like, I feel like that has just enough like irony and self-awareness that he can kind of riff on. It's like it deflates all the self-seriousness out of like roles that like Glass, like Mr. Glass in the Unbreakable movie, where it's so self-serious and to the point of like kind of pomposity. And this, it's like it just skewers it and it lets him kind of be a little bit more like light on his feet, a little bit more fun. There's the line that really stuck out to me. He and Colin Firth keep going back and forth, like shooting barbs at each other about old James Bond movies.
Right.
The dashing spy versus the colorful megalomaniac. And I remember, spoilers in case, Colin Firth.
Well, it's been out for a while at this point.
It's been out for a while, so spoilers are fair game. But right before, Samuel L. Jackson's Colin Firth's character at gunpoint, and Colin Firth says, and Samuel L. Jackson goes, oh, so this is going to be the part where I like give you a monologue and tell you everything about my megalomaniacal plan. And Colin Firth says, yeah, that sounds good. He goes, yeah, well, this ain't that kind of movie. And he shoots him in the head. And I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when that happened, I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. See, I mean, certain things, as you well know, it will trigger you to go, okay, I'm on board. You got me, right?
Yeah.
That was definitely a moment. It was like, okay, you hooked me. I'm in. I'm on board.
It's just, it's nice. And maybe this is just kind of my personal bent because I do a lot of kind of self-referential riffs on stuff. But I kind of like it when you're able to sort of like call yourself out on it a little bit and say, all right, like I know I'm borrowing from certain tropes. I'm going to acknowledge that these tropes exist, and then I'm going to, subvert it as best I can. And I think it's a nice way to sort of let your audience know that you're not trying to just skate by on somebody else's tropes.
Sure.
So yeah, no, it's
like being lazy.
Yeah.
Come on, let's be frank about it. It's like, oh, you're just lazy. I mean, there's a way to do it where it's fun,
Yeah.
And it's silly, but and it's entertaining or insightful. But if you just do it to do it, you're just like,
yeah, exactly.
I've been noticing there's so many people right now that are either going back to movies that they always wanted to watch or going back to movies that they had forgotten. That was like, you know what? It's been so long. So everyone's kind of revisiting something. There's my wife out there right now. She's watching a movie and hey, you want to watch this? I said, you don't remember watching this? She said, no, Jumanji, the latest Jumanji that came out. Right. She said, no, I must have been working. I said, you're the one that got it.
Yeah.
So she was rewatching that as if it was the first time last night, and it was awesome.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I've got like a Google Doc that I keep updating, being like, oh yeah, that's a movie I haven't watched in a while. That's something I want to see. Like we watched Legally Blonde the other night just because I saw somebody tweeting about it, and I was like, yeah, I haven't seen that movie since I was in college. Let's check that out.
It's funny with Blonde, they take the tropes of like dumb blonde girl.
Yeah.
She's really not dumb and blonde. She's just very vivacious. And she comes from a slightly shallow background, but when you find out, like when she goes to Harvard, that she's actually a really cool person.
Yeah.
Like, in that context, and everybody else that's more serious and more like conscious and everything, they're fucking pricks.
And I feel like
I like that,
And I feel like that movie, if anything, has aged almost better in recent years, because I feel like back when Legally Blonde came out, I think there was still that trope that like, oh, the nerds are really like good people on the inside, and all like the smart, pretty privileged people, are just jerks because they're privileged. And now I think like, post Gamergate, we're seeing that no, nerds are just as like awful as like, the pretty people. They just aren't as pretty.
Absolutely.
About it. And so it's just, seeing that, oh, like there's somebody who's just underestimated for how they look.
Yeah. And it's also like the whole thing, like she's like she would, I guess, be qualified as a Becky. So like you hear that shit all the time. And it's like, and again, I get annoyed with Becky and Carrie, not because I want to go on this whole thing. Well, it's like, I just get tired of it because it's so overused. It's sort of like a 2-year-old babbling in your ear, Becky, 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 Becky. I'm like, shut up already. Okay. Yeah. Like, I get it. You don't like her. You don't like her because you think of this, and this. I get it. Shut up,
But like it goes to my point of how, everyone's going right back to all these older movies and just either one had forgotten if they had seen it or not, or just going, you know what? Been dying to see this thing. My wife has not seen all the Star Wars movies. So she's, hey, you want to sit down and watch them all? She really doesn't know what it entails to watch them all. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, let's take 4 days. Yeah, but I do look forward to actually seeing them again. It's been a while since I've actually got to see all these movies again. I've been having fun.
Yeah.
I can't pay any bills, but I've been seeing a lot of movies, and my trivia has gone through the roof right now. I mean, I could probably go on a game show if there was anyone going right now, and probably do pretty well.
Yeah. No, we've been hopping on Skype calls with my girlfriend's college friends and doing, there's a number of like online trivia games or like Quiplash or serial killer trivia room. That I'm kind of like, okay, this is kind of fun. I mean, I'm developing crippling agoraphobia, but like, at least I'm having fun with the trivia along the way. But
yeah, I was going to ask, how you doing at this point? I mean, some of us have been, locked down for like 60 days plus. You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, I'm in the 70s right now, and I I mean, it's a little isolating. I
have you
I
named your plants?
I'm sorry.
Have you named your plants?
Not yet. I'm getting there. I still have to name all the imaginary friends first.
Perfect.
But yeah, no, it's. I mean, thankfully, I mean, on the one hand, I work from home. I've been working from home for years. My partner, same thing, and so. But I haven't done any conventions since C2E2 in February. End of February. Haven't done any signings. Haven't done. That's a little weird. Um, but been Skyping. With my family a lot. My partner's nephew. He's 6, and so he'll message us. He'll FaceTime us at least once a day, so we get to see
That's precious.
plenty
That's awesome.
plenty of them. And yeah, it's. But yeah, I do miss. I miss my my local Mexican restaurant. I miss going to the movies. I miss traveling, seeing some friends. I the only thing that I think has been sort of good for me is just that the world's gotten a little bit simpler in a way, a little more streamlined. And yeah, I don't know. It's let me get a lot of work done. And
Right.
I'm sort of retreating a little bit into that, I think, since this all started.
Yeah, and one of the things that, initially when we were doing the Artist Alley, is Christy and I were talking, and I really fell in love with her work. And then as we were talking, I said, hey, I'd like to kind of do this interview with you. And that kind of just grown and manifests itself into something more. But what it allowed me to do is allowed me contact with groups of people that I unfortunately right now do not have contact with because of our present circumstance.
Sure.
So it has allowed me to be in contact with people, either one that I was hoping to meet, or I've already met, and I no longer at this point, like what you were stating, have that ability to go re-meet and say, hey, I'm on board with your new project, or look, I've been buying all your stuff and I'm loving it, or by the way, here's your book back. I never want to read anything from you again. No, I'm kidding. I'm just so
no returns here.
But it's and even the show right now, the idea was, now I'm throwing out invites to a bunch of people, knowing that you guys just don't have that opportunity to hang out with one another, and if nothing else, it was like more of not much as a show as much as an ability for you guys to go, I was hoping to run into you at a con, or hey, how you been, type situation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that connectivity, I think, is a big thing that I've had to adapt with. I mean, I feel like now when I'm emailing with my collaborators, I feel like we're all a little more excited to chat with one another. I think we're all sort of a little bit more on lockdown.
Yeah.
And so it's been it's been interesting. It's been interesting times. I think
being that I don't have that normal camaraderie or walking into a brick and mortar and talking to people, this has been my saving grace. Christy
Sure.
doing these shows and with me, and a few of the boxes that the community have been sending around to one another and opening them up with my son has been the only thing that has been, how should I say, keeping me in contact with individuals that I miss greatly.
Yeah. And me. But no, I mean, I get it, and I mean, I give creators like Christy a lot of credit as well, just because like trying to do a Kickstarter and all this seems so daunting from an outside perspective. And granted, I know this isn't your first Kickstarter. So, I can't imagine. I know our mutual friend, Rylan Grant, is like gearing up for his first Kickstarter.
Oh, really?
Next week, I believe.
Oh, please send him my way. Please send him information.
And he is just, I can't imagine trying to learn this on the fly during a pandemic. So all the credit to you.
Yeah, I think. Thank you,
Mia. You're on mute.
I think you kind of have to do the legwork ahead of time, and it's weird because after you do your second or third one, like this third one, I was talking with Kevin. I said like I almost feel lazy because I'm not like I check in, especially over the weekend, but it's like I think you realize on a certain level there's only so many you could post or pimp it that you're just like, okay, you're kind of more laid back about it because you're just kind of like, okay, like this person posted here, that way I know it's active, so I'll just put a couple posts like in these two groups or something. But the mass amount of posting you don't really need to do.
Right.
And again, it's not like shows like Kevin's or anybody's is any less important, but you're kind of more in the flow of it. You're not like, I need an interview with fucking everybody in the world. Like, it's good to ask, but you're not like coming from a place of like, fuck, I'm thirsty or something,
Right.
It's
hey,
like,
Dave, I don't know if you know Mia, but Mia, David,
Hi.
Mia.
hey.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, she's scared.
I scared her off.
I just
What
love
did you
when she
say?
logged on. I love when she logged on and it showed like fucking Pincessa's ass, and it was great.
That's what I was cracking up. I was like, wow, that's the best way to start. I wish she would do that every time.
Hey,
guys, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. We were laughing at Pincessa's ass like the weight thing.
I was trying to get everything to work at the same time, and it's like every time I clicked on one thing, I would lose the camera or I would lose the sound.
Yeah. So how are you doing on this day? What did you do for today? We barbecued. What did you do for food?
Oh, today I had to work.
Oh.
And that's hence why I'm late.
Oh.
I work until the sun goes down. I'm working on a mural.
Oh,
I'm
congratulations.
just trying to finish it.
Nice. I have seen some of that work that you were doing, and wow. So this is that downtown work you were doing, right?
Yeah, gotta pay some bills, gotta make a little dollar here and there. So yeah, that's all. So I kind of had to step away from the fuck a little bit and take a side hustle. So, but I mean, I haven't stepped away from it completely. I mean, I am doing some artwork, but not, I haven't been as aggressive.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, did you find an opportunity to make yourself a drink and kind of get yourself comfortable? And
yes, I'm making some tea right now.
Perfect.
Actually, I should go and make some Diet Coke. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
So this is kind of like we're at a bar, except we're kind of like not 20 anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, at moments you're going to get up, walk away, all that, But, we were talking about movies, and we were talking about how we were revisiting some of the old classics or movies that we had forgotten either we had watched or wanted to watch. So we were just kind of going over some of the classics.
What movie are you talking about?
Well, just various, one of the last ones we were speaking about was Legally Blonde was one of them.
Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
Yep.
And me, what I was just watching a little bit ago, and last night was Jumanji, and I was watching a little bit ago was Ferris Bueller, and I'm like, you can almost watch this on any point, any channel, anywhere, at any time of the day, and you can come across that movie.
Oh yeah, with Reese Witherspoon. I really my favorite was The Election.
Be right back. Oh shit. My black cat's on the floor. Luckily it's not dark, but she just lies there and she's just like, I'm lying here and I almost step on her. No,
yeah, luckily not my dog's white, so there's contrast there.
Yeah, my cat just is lying there. It's funny. She's just like,
see the steam.
What I hate is like she'll lie in front of me and it's dark, and then it's like I won't be able to like see her at all when it's dark, and then I'll like step on her by accident. I'm like, and then she runs away like she's really mad at me. I'm like, it's not like I can see you. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'll be right back.
What kind of tea you drinking?
Chai.
Nice.
Make some chai.
I have a whole talk.
Marcus came over. He's gonna help me work on some more story episodes for the fuck.
Sweet. Yeah. So just so you know, David, every time she says that, that's the actual name of the title of her book.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta say it right though. You can't say it the way I just said it. You gotta say it like the fuck.
The fuck.
The fuck. That's how you gotta say it.
Pretty much yeah, you gotta get the Q and the 2 question marks in there.
Yeah, you have to say it the way Chris Rock would say it.
Yes.
With that high pitch.
Well, nice. It's nice to know. I mean, everyone I'm talking to right now is nutty as they're going and just shy of naming their plants. Everyone's been getting a lot of work done, which has been good. And
yes.
It seems
oh
like
my God. Especially knocking she's been really knocking it out.
She's been a machine, and we have a really busy week planned up, and she's on board. I'm shocked between her doing her Kickstarter, all the interviews that we got coming up. I mean, we have an interview with Brandon Easton this Wednesday.
Oh, really?
And then
that is.
And
so
then
dope.
we have an interview with Rodney Barnes this Saturday.
Brandon Easton's gonna be on your show.
Yeah, he'll do a Wednesday edition of Artist Alley.
Oh, sweet.
And then we'll do a Saturday edition, normal edition, but we'll have Rodney Barnes, and he'll be talking about his Philadelphia and how he's pretty much developing it for film. It's going into production.
Wow, that's so cool.
So I got this thing called Feisty Cherry for Diet Coke. It's nice because like when I drank it, I'm like, ooh, this bitch is spicy. And I wondered why. And on the side, it says cherry chili flavor. I'm like,
cherry chili.
The chili's good. At first I thought like, what's that snap? It tastes like ginger. But I thought it was like kind of like, it's got that weird like ginger snap feeling that, you drink ginger beer. It's like more hardcore,
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like there's that, but it's actually got chili. Like, because I drank it a little fast. I was like, oh shit, it's kind of like up in my nose and everything. And I realized that, oh, Christy rocks. Here's my salt rock.
All right, I'm putting you guys. I'm putting you in my pocket right now.
Wait, what? Okay. I feel like a quarter.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is just kind of like Doom, except the home version.
I know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you're in my pocket so that I can travel. All right.
Yeah.
So now we know how a rocket feels.
Right? We're all dizzy. Okay. Cool. All right.
It's kind of funny. Margarita Monday, we're like not drinking. Most of us. We're just like, I got soda. You're the only one with a margarita. David's got Coke, not the white kind, but the Coke. And then I got
the white kind.
Yeah, right. And then Mia's got tea. So
hey, say hi, Marcus.
Hello.
Hey, Marcus.
Oh,
hey, how's it going?
Yeah. So, oh wow, look at.
So here.
Oh my God, that is so dope. So yeah, he's totally kicking out some of my images.
So I put them in.
You guys
I actually saw a picture that I posted on our page. I believe that was his, correct?
Yeah. That was his. Like the one.
Yeah,
which post?
It was the manager.
Huh?
The manager.
Let me turn you up because I can hardly hear you. Hold on. Okay, what are you saying?
The manager, the girl with the bald head. The manager. The picture of the.
Oh, Tara.
What's the name?
Tara.
Tara.
Yeah, that was a sweet pick. That was fucking awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing a whole series. I'm gonna draw a variant of all of my characters.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So I'm going to draw a variant of all of them. I'm going to do a realistic variant of all of them. So that's kind of like my plan. I figured I already have, and it took me a while to find, I had to find a real life person who looks just like my character, and then basically do a portrait of them wearing my character's clothes.
That's kind of cool.
Interesting. Yeah, that's way cool.
So that's really all I'm doing. So Slick Woods is, she is the person who inspired Tara. Mm-hmm. And so now I have a character to match all of them. And I mean, a person to match all of my characters. So now I'm ready to do them portrait style. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with all of them. But yeah, I just had to kind of change up a little bit and just draw seriously sometimes.
Well, again, everyone I've been talking to, David included right now, earlier he was talking about how he is completed stuff. He's working on some new stuff. He's waiting on word back from stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's
David, what is your book? Let me see, because I kind of came in late.
Sure. No, I wrote Spencer and Locke and Go Into the Chapel over at Action Lab. And just I have a few other things that are.
Am I following you?
I don't know. My handle is Peppo last name first initial.
Okay. Because you guys are in the same circles. I mean, real close circles. Matter of fact, your books from a couple of stores that I know of are right next to each other.
What, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to look you up. The name of your book is called. So what is your Instagram handle?
Yeah, it's Pepos D. It's my last name and first initial. I don't update it as much as I should, but I will be doing that soon.
Hold up your book.
Hold on. Let me get a copy of it.
He wasn't prepared. We weren't supposed to be doing this. He's like, wait, what?
Yeah, well, I didn't know.
No, I'm not saying anything bad. No, that's just why. He's like, wait, okay.
So here's my babies. There's Spencer and Locke.
Right now here. I will know. Okay. Oh, I remember. Yeah. I remember you guys. Okay. I actually almost bought your book when I went to your table and I almost bought it. And then I ended up buying Demon Bitch instead.
That's okay. If you had to buy any other book that wasn't Spencer and Locke, Demon Bitch is we forgive you. We forgive you.
No.
No harm, no foul, no offense.
Demon Bitch cracked me up. The Spencer and Locke was intriguing, but Demon Bitch was cracking me up, so I ended up.
That's totally fair. I totally get it.
Well, that's actually my next route, and Dave knows that. Is my next thing is because I have everything of yours, Mia.
Mm-hmm.
Predominantly speaking, I have everything of Christie's right now.
Well,
I got to get the
so
last one she did.
How can I get a Spencer and Locke?
Get David Spencer and Locks.
How can you get a Spencer?
Well, you can find it. You can find it locally at shops, at our local shops, Mia. So you can find it at Atomic Bug. You can find it at Atomic. You can find it.
Can I just send you some money? Just cash app you and you mail it?
Yeah.
Do you live in LA? Where do you live?
Yeah.
We will do a physical transaction or even a trade. How about that?
I was gonna say, we'll talk. You can, I take Venmo. Like, we'll get books in your hand. Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
Well, at one point, someday, when everything is mellowed out, we're all gonna have a party here in my backyard. I got a built-in sunken fire pit. I'm finishing off the yard right now. I got a barbecue area, pond.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice setting for everyone to hang out, and then I'll end up putting I have a screen to go ahead and do an outdoor projector so we can hang out, watch movies behind fire, the campfire. So we will do this. It will happen when we all get kind of almost in some type of openness, and unlocked everything. Yeah, before maybe all the odds happen, or right as things are convening and cruising around, and we're in some type of, how should I say, layover situation. Yeah, we'll figure something out.
I can't wait. That's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be dope. Like I actually made dinner once for Lawrence. You know Lawrence, right, Mia? You met Lawrence, right? I think
Yes.
David met Lawrence. Yeah,
Lawrence.
So
Lawrence
yeah, I made dinner for him. I made bulgogi, the Korean beef, and I said, "So would I get asked to any barbecue?" He said, "Yeah, you would."
Wait, where's your face, Christy? Your face disappeared.
No, I'm putting my fat ass
cat. She wants
cat here. Oh, this is why I can't type to people in the YouTube chat because her fat ass is right here. This is her ass. And then my keyboard tray's right there. Oh, now she's offended. Now she's moving.
Oh. All right. Well, guys, I'm not going to stay long because we are working on some story, and I wanted to just kind of jump in and holla at you. And
okay, I gotta run too because I gotta get back to some script writing. But I wanted to cheers.
Actually, everyone, this is where normally I would end because when I end the drink, we end the show. So if you just hang out, we'll end the show here. And everyone, we thank you for hanging out with us. It's another Margarita Monday. It was a beautiful another day. Yes, nice. Please check out the list for our channel. Crispy and I are going to be busy. There's a lot of things happening on this channel. Kai and I are going to be busy. Please tune in. You're going to see a whole lot going on. Thank you for hanging out with us. From us at 1-2 Comic Talk, we out. Thank you much.
Yeah, bye. Peace out.
Ah, her ass is by my face.